Hi ladies, and welcome back to Healing the Wounded Feminine series. We are in the root part of this series, and this is going to be my last video in this root part, but I'll be coming back really soon with new videos, new content, to teach you how to heal your other energetic centers. And next time we'll be learning how to heal our womb space from a really feminine perspective. And our womb space, it's all about emotional intelligence, how to manage our emotions, how to process our emotions, and how to navigate through this world, how to manifest greatness into our reality. So this is going to be really powerful. So for you to be prepared for what's going to come next, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to identify when you are coming from your wounded feminine energy and when you're coming from a healthy feminine energy. What does it look like? And I want to start off by addressing relationships. What type of relationship do you have with women? I'm going to start with women first. Is it easy for you to create bonds with other women, or do you find it hard? Is there a lot of rivalry, jealousy, that you can't be vulnerable with other women? You can't experience true sisterhood? And this is a deep wounding. There's a lot of sisterhood wounding. This sisterhood wounding is coming from this patriarchal system that is designed for us to fight against one another, for women to be in this competitive game and see other women as enemies instead of seeing other women as a support system. This is what we need to transcend. We need to break free from this system that puts us against one another. So this is something that you should really reflect on. If it's really hard for you to create this friendship, that means that inside of yourself there's a deep distrust in women, and this needs to be healed. As you heal your feminine energy, you are able to attract also this healthy feminine energy into your life. And now I want you to reflect on the relationships you have with men. Do you find yourself in abusive relationships, being with abusive men, disrespectful men who are not respecting you in your full integrity? Well, this is coming from a wounded feminine energy. This is still coming from this lack of self-respect that is manifesting in your outside world. The way a wounded feminine energy can manifest as well with our relationships with men is when, for instance, you are seeking validation from men and you are craving the presence of a man because you don't feel safe within yourself. This is also a deep wounded feminine energy. Or are you sacrificing yourself so much that you are giving so much to men that you end up without nothing? This is also a deep wounded feminine trait. And to give you an idea of what a healthy feminine energy and awakened feminine energy looks like, when she comes across other women, when she creates bonds with other women, well, her energy is really secure. So she's not hating on her sisters. She's actually empowering her sisters, and she wants them to shine. She's creating a safe container for them to grow, for them to expand, for them to be themselves. She's able to create a great level of intimacy with other sisters. She's able to grow with them and to be part of this team and cheering each other up and really being genuinely happy when her sisters are successful, just as her sisters are genuinely happy when she succeeds. And a healthy feminine energy comes from this place of wholeness. That means that when it comes to her relationships with men, she doesn't need to seek for approval. She doesn't need to seek this masculine energy because she's full and complete. She has actually awakened her feminine energy, so she is able to harmonize herself and to have a balanced feminine energy and a balanced masculine energy. As she is this cup overflowing with love, she's able to manifest a partner that reflects this beauty that she finds within herself. And because she has great self-respect, she is attracting respectful men who see that she needs to be respected just as she respects herself. And men are acting as a support system because she's coming from this place of love and she's teaching through her love and acceptance. And another pattern of a wounded feminine energy, she is going to feel that she's not good enough. She's not good enough, and this I am not good enough is coming from a deep feeling of unworthiness. And this deep feeling of unworthiness is connected to shame, to toxic shame, to be actually in this woman body. So she needs to fully transcend it and accept herself as she is in order for her to truly be the person she has come here to be. A healthy feminine energy knows that she is worthy, she is valuable, and everything about her is on purpose, part of a greater design. Another trait of a wounded feminine energy, and this is really a deep wounded feminine aspect, it's to have a passive behavior. The way passivity can manifest is, for instance, this inability to say no or to stand firm in your power. And this needs to be addressed because this inability to establish healthy boundaries, it's coming from a trauma response. And this is what we are here to break free from. We don't want to act from a place where we are traumatized. We want to act from a place where we are fully empowered and conscious, because when we experience a trauma response, we're not conscious. We're not conscious of what we're doing. Everything is super mechanical, and we are taken back to these places that haunt us and that hurt us. And we don't want this. And this has to do, of course, also with this throat chakra and awakening this inner voice. We need to speak up, because through our voice, we are able as well to reclaim the sovereignty and power. When we're coming from a healthy and strong feminine energy, we're not repressing our voice. We know our voice is powerful and we need to use our voice. So a healthy feminine energy is not afraid to use her voice. Actually, she knows that through her voice, she's able to establish strong boundaries, and even through her field, she's able to establish these healthy boundaries because she has great self-respect and she honors herself. She knows what she can tolerate and what she cannot. She trusts her inner guidance and intuition, and yes, she's able to take action. Who said that taking action was coming from a masculine perspective? We can really take action when we are in our feminine energy, because we're able to first look inside and to connect with this inner wisdom and then act and be able to now create these steps that are going to lead us to our goals. She's really connected to the physical, and she knows that she needs this earth connection to be able to manifest her project. She's not waiting and doesn't let life happen. No, she's part of the magic at play and this creative process. Another deep wounded feminine aspect is an inability to receive. It can be when it comes to finances, when it comes to even receiving compliments. And I'm telling you this, for instance, if you're not able to say thank you when someone is complimenting you. For instance, someone is complimenting you on your dress, and then you just say, oh, but I've had this dress for a long time, or something like this, in a way that is showing that you're not fully accepting the compliment. And this is really a deep wounded aspect. It's saying to yourself that you are not dear to this compliment. You're not worthy of it. And this needs to be transformed. No, when someone compliments you, thank you. Thank you. You need to accept it. Take it in. You deserve it. It can also be opportunities that you're not able to receive because you are so closed off to receive. And this inability to receive, it's really coming from this deep trauma, and it can be connected, for instance, to sexual abuse, because again, there's a misinterpretation of the act of receiving. In some way, you have identified the act of receiving as unsafe, and there's a disconnection. So you give a lot, you give, but you're not able to receive. And this is a real imbalance, and this needs to really be addressed, because this is going to affect your life on all levels. Why do I feel like I can't receive? Where is it coming from? Try to go to this place. Try to go to the origin of this inability to receive. And this is all connected to our sacral chakra. This is all about our emotional self. If it's really hard for you to process emotions, there's a lot of chance that it's hard for you to receive too. So this is a transformative process that needs to take place, and we need to bring ourselves back to balance. And to give you an idea of what a healthy feminine looks like when she is willing to receive, when she is open to receive. First, her womb is wide open. Her womb is wide open to receive, and there's just this essence of love that she's emanating, and she's just love, and she's this source of love. And every step she takes is inspired by this great love that she feels in her womb space. She feels gifted and abundant, and people can feel this abundance flowing through her veins. That's why she's attracting finances into her life. That's why she's attracting goodness into her life. That's why she's attracting compliments into her life, because ultimately she doesn't need compliments, because she's fully aware of herself. But she accepts and receives compliments, because this is a proof of how much she has worked to be where she's at today. She's working with the universe. She is in this abundant flow, and this abundant flow never ceases, never stops. She's constantly manifesting abundance into her life. Another wounded feminine aspect, the fear of judgment. And this is a big one, to be constantly alert and constantly afraid that people are going to judge us. So in some ways, we're not really speaking our truth, because we're afraid that we are going to trigger people. And this is coming from a state where a woman doesn't feel certain of her truth. So it's really hard for her to take criticism. When a woman is fully certain of her truth, she doesn't care if people criticize her. Well, let them be. It doesn't upset her, because she knows who she is. She has values. When there's this fear of judgment, even if the comment is a constructive comment, she's not able to take it in, because she's really wounded. She takes things really personal. She takes things really personal because she is in this inner battle. She hasn't learned to accept herself and to fully love herself. So she's really fearing people judging her. And of course, this fear of judgment is connected to seeking validation from others, and especially from men. So it is a deep, wounded feminine aspect that needs to be addressed too. And a healthy feminine energy doesn't care if people are judging her, because she's fully aware of who she is, and she fully trusts in her potential and in herself. And she welcomes constructive criticism, because it's a way for her to expand herself. It's a way for her to improve, and she's looking to improve herself. She wants to improve herself. She understands the process, and she understands that she doesn't have to get everything right. She can be imperfect, and she can work on her imperfections. And this is what's making her the empowered woman that she is. And she doesn't reply with violence. Instead, she replies with intelligence, assertiveness, and calm. She does not need the approval of others because she validates herself on a daily basis. Another wounded feminine trait is the fear of being seen. And this fear of being seen is coming as well from this deep toxic shame. We are seeing ourselves as defective and flawed, so we think that people are going to see these flaws in us. That's why we are protecting ourselves from being seen. So there are so many things that we could do that we're not doing because of this fear of being seen. And this fear of being seen as well can be connected to this ancient trauma, just as we saw in the second video with this witch hunt, when women were persecuted just because they were powerful. And this can be this reminiscence of trauma that we're still healing. A healthy feminine energy does not fear to be vulnerable. Actually, she knows that her vulnerability is her strength. So she fully honors it, she accepts it, and she really uses this vulnerability as her drive in life. For her, it's easy to be seen because she has accepted, she has integrated her shadow aspect. So there's no shame left. There's just this beautiful diamond that she is and this beautiful gift that she has to offer to this world. She has transcended this ancient trauma because she knows that now we are living in a time where it's safe for her to express her power. It's safe for her to be in her power. Maybe before, in other timelines, it was not possible for women to be in their power and they needed to submit to men in order to survive. But now she can be who she wants to be, and she can be seen in this beauty. She can be seen in this love and this determination that she has. And this is the end of this root part, but I'll be coming back really soon with new and powerful content. I really hope that my videos helped you to heal to some extent, to realize your patterns and grow. I hope you were able to find wisdom and truth in my words. My name is Galia Brahim. I'm a woman empowerment coach, and I offer a 3-month coaching program. In my coaching program, I'm helping you understand the trauma healing process for you to transcend intergenerational traumas, ancient traumas, past life traumas that are preventing you from truly shining your light. But I'm also teaching you everything when it comes to self-mastery, when it comes to energy healing, to understand how your energetic field works. How can you move energy? How can you transmute emotions, deep emotions that are trapped in your physical body and your energetic field? And of course, in my teachings, I'm coming from a full feminine perspective because I'm not here to support this old ass paradigm. I'm here to create a new path. So if you resonate and you feel like you really want to work with me, please, I invite you to fill up your application and see how we can work together. Thank you so much, and be always blessed by the Mother herself. And if you have any doubt in your life, always call upon her greatest wisdom. Thank you.